introduce the players, and we'll be starting momentarily. Thanks for joining us. Voice of Backgammon, New York Metropolitan Open. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Let's see what's going on with the stream. All right, let me just make sure we're actually streaming. Give me a moment. Okay, and we're back. And we've got this doubles match. Round one, Jack and Christina against David and Avi. And red is off to a great start, Jack and Christina. There's double sixes for white, which is not going to come in. Usually a great roll, but not if you're in the bar. Of course, this is now red looking for a cue. Red is let's look and see who's ahead in the race here. It's actually red is behind. It's really close. But if we do a pip count, so a pip count is how you figure out whether or not one team is ahead of the other in the race, even though there's a lot of contact. So red, I'm going to count the two checkers on top at the 5 point. That's 20 each, that's 40. 3 times 13 is 39 is 79. 16 is 95. 102, 120, 134, and the double is actually dropped. So we're not even going to bother with the race. So although white was probably ahead, it was not a take. And according to David and Avi, and David is an expert on doubling. David Presser is a teacher and has taught many wonderful students. And so I trust any decision he makes on the double. 4-4, 3-3. Let's see if this goes on forever. And 6-2. No. So, all right, white's off to 6-2. And that's the standard opening on a 6-2, almost no matter what the score for an opening roll. The double twos, pretty standard, is to bring 2 down and from the 13 midpoint to the 11 point, and the 6 point to the 4 point is the standard play. Now, there are exceptions depending upon what the previous roll was. But you can, by and large, almost never go wrong by making this play here that Jack and Christina are making. And I thought about it because white is going to play a priming game now. Now, that's interesting. They can play that 4-2, but they can come up to the 6 point. And the argument is on David's part that the 6 point is not in that much danger unless they roll 1-4-6, which is 9 numbers, to point on that. And if they point on it, that's bad. They would do it anyway. If they don't point on it, they're going to leave a shot, and there'll be a lot of rolls that hit coming back from the bar. So now there's a 3-1, and see, I mean, you make the 5 point if you're red, or you can hit and then play safely to the 4 point. You could hit from the 11 point to the 7 point. There's a lot of ways to hit this. You could hit and bring a checker down from the midpoint. So red has many ways to play the 3. And the question is, which one will it be? And it might be actually to hit from the 11 point, 11 to 7, because that duplicates 6s. And if you're not going to hit, then this is the right play. This is probably the only right play if... Oh, that's a terrible roll for white. Oof, oof. I mean, it's okay you're blocking them in. It's good priming. It's not terrible, actually. I'm saying that just because the 6 point, the 7 point, the bar point of white is in such tremendous danger here. There's very few things that don't hit, like 3-2, for example, might be it. I think everything else, 5s, sure, 5-3, 5-2. But there's a 5-4, and this is very dangerous. And yeah, they're correctly bringing a man down from the midpoint, because now 1s, 4s, and 6s will make a 5 point prime if white doesn't hit, and this is a double drop, most likely, after this roll. Unless white comes in on the 3, and then safety's up. So this might possibly be a take, but I would fully expect Jack and Christina to double. We do want to see that scorecard actually come into play, because right now it's not visible on the board. But I think this is the first game 0-0. So they're thinking very deeply about doubling this. I think they're going to go ahead and double. And then the question is, this is pretty clearly a double. don't know if it's a psych, but they're now. This is a tough take. I mean, was it Woolsey's law that says if you don't know whether to double, then think about putting yourself on the other side. Here's where empathy is such a useful skill in backgammon and in life. Like, put yourself in your opponent's shoes. And David's taking it. Wow, that's not that surprising because they both have good priming games. Now, there's going to be an attack coming with a 3-point board. I can't see what that is. 5. Well, it's not a 5-4. They'd be pointing right on them. So, and a 6-5 would be easy. So, it was a 5. And what's the other play? 5-3. Yes. Okay. So that makes sense. So they're hitting with that. They couldn't. 5-3 is one of those rolls. 6-4, he stays out. This is going to be very painful for white. 5-1, and he's got a 4-1 and a 1-2. Oof, that is white's got to come in. White has to come in. This is really bad. This is smelling possibly like a gammon. Although, red has its work cut out for it. We're going to adjust the lighting so we can see the dice better. So we can't call this out right now. We had tested the lighting and apparently did not run across this sitch. So there's a 5 and a 1. Okay, so it's a 5-1 is the roll. Decided not to hit. I think hitting on the 5 might have been the right play, but certainly is a possible play that they didn't even look at over the board. Apparently 4-3, that hits on the 1 point. And you've got a better board, a 4-point board versus a 2-point board. Going for the gammon does seem to make sense here, especially the way white is rolling. David and Avi don't seem to be able to come in with a 1 or a 2. And now we need a 5, and we've got it. And a 6, we bring a man down from the midpoint so we can continue attacking. You might be worried about having those guys stuck, but it's only bad if you roll double 4s. Any other doubles, at least you advance one of the men, if not both. So double 3s gets 1 out completely. Double 4s is bad. Double 5s gets 1 out. Oh, that's not a great roll. So double 4s and double 5s are problematic. Any other doubles is fine. And we'll see if white can come in. Okay, white comes in with a 2. At least with double 5s, you're going to hit. But a 6-4 and 6, and we have to bring the 4 down because we don't have another 4. And we want to leave that 5-point prime potential. Oh, did not come in, staying out again. This could be a closeout. 5-2, 5-3, 6-2 does not do it, but does get a checker out and opens up. Maybe the right play is to play. Double 2s is still bad for red, and so red may want to reconsider coming up to the 5-point on that 2. And they are reconsidering that. And the 2, they could bring that over, and that makes much better sense in terms of a play they're reconsidering that. They're going to leave the double 2s. This is so, you expect that, it's unlikely, but it's 3% of the time, 2.8% of the time. 4-1 closes the board out, and they're good. But I think they got away with stuff. 2-1. Yep. Take away the goal here for red, by the way, in terms of moving the checkers, it may not seem important, but they're actually calculating which doubles are painful. So here, 6-3 only double 2s is blocked. Now with the 3-1, there's 3 and a 1. Now they're playing for big doubles to avoid leaving a blot. So if they play 11 to 10, that 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves a very nice distribution if he rolls double 6s. So here's what they think about now, and that's not exactly. Whoops. They're questioning what to do, and not only do you want to keep double sixes from leaving a shot, but this is a much better play because they want to clear the 6 point as soon as possible, and double sixes will do that, and so will this. Now they could consider clearing the 6 point because the gammon is pretty much assured. And you can count by crossovers. So those two in the bar need 8 crossovers to get into the home board. Oh, look at that, double sixes, but it was not a good roll. Oh my God. So that's 8, and there's another 8 in the outer board. That's 16 plus 3 is 19, and add 1 to get a checker off is 20. That's 10 rolls if everything goes well. It could be less. It could be few as 5 if doubles are in the picture. But this play is very unlikely that white is going to avoid the gammon in this situation. We got 4, 10, 17 crossovers, and best case it's 5 rolls if they roll doubles every time. And red's off in 6, so with no doubles. So this is pretty close to like 3% chance or something for white to avoid the gammon. It's very well played on red's side. So this is just all over. Yeah, it's over. I mean, it's now 0%, pretty close to 0. Yeah, because red's off in 3. Even if white rolls doubles every time. See, they have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 crossovers. They need 3 rolls. So red has 1. It should be over. They should be resigning. They're not. It's okay. And now they finally give up. Okay. They did the math. And the way you calculate this at the end, in terms of when do you give up, give yourself 2-1 if you're ahead. Give yourself 2-1 each roll, and give the opponent double sixes each roll. And when it's based on that perfect rolling, you still win, rolling 2-1 every time, and they roll double sixes every time. You know you've won the game. That's assuming a contactless position, a race position. And Christina's standing up. She's enjoying the show from above over here. Got a kick out of this. Avi and David's just quietly looking on with his hat. And Avi is the one without hair on the right. Here we go. Now there's a 2-1. Now normally a 2-1 is a slot. Yes, okay, so they're making that corrected play. Especially if you're behind, that is the correct play. If you're ahead, it's pretty close, within a fraction of a point to go either way. So it's 4-0 is the score. We can't see the 4. And I may actually go make a change while they're playing. I'm going to feel. Give me a moment. I'm going to go and see if I can make a change to that board display. Let's see what we got. Yeah, let me see if I can. I'll be right back. And we've got the names reversed, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that. Give me a moment.
Okay. Right. Oh, okay. Oh, neat. That's on the other side of the grid, right? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm away till Sunday, and Monday we had Intrepid, and hopefully we see the sun afterwards. Would you be determined to maybe do that, or go to Tuesday or Wednesday, and then you're going back, or you're still going back? Okay. Okay, all right. And you saw, I think I texted you, we had a scheduled, surgery scheduled for the 23rd. Yeah. Yeah, so it would be great if we could get to see her, before that. She'd love to see you. I don't know if you even could get down maybe sometime, if you wanted to go sometime this weekend. Yeah, I don't know, yeah. Okay. Think about it. Or if you'd rather do, that Tuesday, I'll go with you, or, whatever we want to do. If we do the Tuesday, we could even, if we get really ambitious, go out and see Aunt Ann and Uncle Ed. Possibly. See how she's doing, what's going on before we think about that. Yeah. So it sounds like you're having fun.
Okay, we're back with the right names.
Feeling better?
Yes, so it's actually David and Avi were ahead 5-0. And now we've got kind of a reverse of the situation we had before, where Red's stuck behind, David and Avi are stuck behind Jack and Christina's prime. They have turned the cube already, which we can't see, but the cube is... Where's the cube? I think it's hiding behind the video of the players on the right-hand side. This doesn't look like it's been turned yet, otherwise. So there's 4-1. They can hit with a 1. And then, well, that's interesting. With that 1 coming up, looks like pretty solid play. It's hard to argue with that. You leave yourself open to attack. We're talking about the 1 from the white home board to go from the 2-point to the 3-point. And that 1 is a must. Of course, double sixes makes the full prime. That's hard to argue with. That is a nice roll. Ooh. And what do we got? Is that a 3-2? Can't tell. 3-2 probably. I mean, oh, double fours. No, I'm sorry. I missed what that was. 4-2. Just keeping that prime going. There's a 6-1. So Red is going to maintain the board. White rolls some bad numbers and some bad things could happen. This is a tricky part of the game. So what Jack and Christina are doing, playing behind Red, which normally isn't recommended, but here they want, what's their goal, right? They want Red to break Red's home board. See, Red is starting to crunch. And, that's double sixes. Is that for White? So Yes, so white has 3, 4, 6s, so it's a good idea to play the 3, 4, 6s first, and then decide on the last one. So there's 1, 2, 3, yes, so now they have 1 left. That's the right way to play a forced roll. If you know you have 3 you have to do, then pick your poison after that. This last 6 is tricky. Like, do they want to cover the blot? This leaves the fewest number of shots, 11 shots for red to hit roll a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 11 shots. Doesn't quite do it, but a 2-1's not bad. And I don't know if there's a roll that leaves a shot now. I don't think so. Double 4s does, actually, of course. And the 1, where's the 1? So, yeah, that seems reasonable for the 1. Clear off the 6 points, usually a good idea. Now 5-2, what is white? So if there's a 6, and it's not a 6-1 or a 6-2, but any other 6, red's going to get a shot. So red's leaving, keeping the board intact, and hopefully getting continuing shots. And red's not that far behind in the race. So this is a bad roll. It's got to play 4 off the 4 point not to leave a shot. So there's only one way to play this, and it's 4-1, 4-2. And that's what I'll end up doing, but it's painful. But there's, when red has a full board like this, there's nothing else to do. You're not going to leave a shot, even if it's a low percentage, even if it's a fly. And look, red made a great roll. Still, he gets 12 pips out of it. And red's not terribly far behind in this race. 5-4, same thing. In the meantime, white is wasting pips, right? White is, by I mean wasting pips, white has to move from the 6 point now. They're going to move both checkers from the 6 point. And see, they got checkers, those 2 checkers, they really haven't gained anything in the race, because eventually when they roll 6s, they're only going to take off a 1 or a 2. They're basically wasting 4 pips on that 6. And that means that red's not that, losing much each time. Now, I don't know if they're thinking about, so is that a pause? Oh, somebody's coming by? Yes, so we have some discussion. There's a celebrity in the room. They're kibitzing the doubles match. All right. Now they say, okay, enough kibitzing. We're going to get back to play. And Avi's going to throw the dice. And he's got double 1s. Wow. Beautiful. Now, I don't know if that was right. That's interesting. 5-2. Well, the 5 is forced. And that seems pretty clear. So red's got a shot, everything but double 2s. He's got 16 out of 36 numbers. It's not bad. And to win the game. And he rolled it. He got a 6-3. And he probably could double. He's rolling for the gammon, but it may not be smart to do that, because his board is a good chance of, not an unlikely chance to leave a shot. Now it's actually a lot better. Now he can play for the gammon pretty safely. But prior to this, unless he rolled really well, there were some bad numbers, and this is not a good number. If white stays out, there are several numbers that leave a shot, right? There's 10 numbers actually leave a shot. That's not one of them. And if you're curious how I calculate 10 numbers so quickly, I can explain that. Like here, there's no numbers that leave a shot because he's even on top. Right? He's had 2 checkers in the 3 point, 2 in the 4 point. Okay, 5-2, he's out. It looks like he's going to avoid the gammon. He's 12 pips away from getting into his home board and then taking a checker off. 2 rolls will probably see white take a checker off. We'll see where we go. So red's just going to roll it out. This is going to be next to impossible for white to get off in 4 rolls. He's going to be off in 4 now, so white can concede. Let's see if white does, because white has to be off in 3, and they're going to roll anyway. But again, double 6s, and that is the end of the match, and the match is over. So congratulations on a blowout by Avi Avi and David. And David's now imparting some words of wisdom, no doubt. But thank you for joining us for this doubles match. This is Larry Schiller, voice of Backgammon, broadcasting from Jersey City, New Jersey for the New York Metropolitan Open, run by Lynn Ehrlich. And stay tuned, we've got more coming up. If not tonight, certainly Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thanks for joining us.